What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a video that I've actually never done before, and I want to thank another content creator who does focus on physical media for inspiring me to film this video today, because James from 20th and 21st Movies, he focuses in on all Criterion on his channel pretty much, and he actually came out with this video about a month ago where if he had to choose 10 Criterions to take to a deserted island, which 10 movies would he take? And I thought that was such a great idea. So thank you very much, James, for inspiring me. I'm actually going to link his channel down below in the description box. So if you love Criterion and you guys focus in on that, you will definitely want to go over and subscribe to his channel. So these are the 10 Criterion movies that I have to have if the rest of my Criterion collection disappeared tomorrow. I'm going to take the deserted island out of it. And I'm just saying, if I lost all of my other Criterions, these are the 10 that I would want sitting next to me. So we are going to start off. This one is pretty obvious. I love and adore this movie. You guys know that I do. I've talked about it so much, so much here on the channel. But when it comes to The Breakfast Club, this movie is coming with me. There is no way that I can be separated from this film. I absolutely love and adore it. It is from the 80s. That decade was so fantastic for films. John Hughes, I love every single John Hughes movie. He just knew how to speak for teenagers, or I should say write for teenagers during that time period. And it really shows in The Breakfast Club. I love this movie. I cannot even tell you how much I love this film. I've watched it so many times. It is in my top 10 favorite films of all time. It's got to be here. It has to be here. If every single other Criterion disappeared from this room, you got to leave me with The Breakfast Club. You got to. Now, my next film is kind of a two-for-one because it is Charade with Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant. I absolutely love Audrey and I love Cary Grant. So to have both of them in the same film, and this movie is very Hitchcockian in the way this film is put together, so inspired by Hitchcock. I absolutely love it. Plus, this is the only Audrey Hepburn film in the entire Criterion collection. So because of that reason as well, I have to have Charade. I have to have it sitting next to me. I love this movie so much. I can watch it over and over and I will not get bored of it. So if you guys have not seen Charade, please take the time, pick it up right now during the Criterion sale because it is just so good. You guys know I love my biopics, and so my pick for a biopic was pretty easy. It is Labomba. I have such fantastic memories of watching Labomba when I was younger. When this release was announced from Criterion, I could not even believe it. I just got so excited because I really do think Labomba is where my love of biopics really started, because I was young. I mean, this came out in 1987. I was 7 years old. So I've been watching biopics ever since I was 6, 7 years old. And honestly, the first one that I do remember is Labomba. So I really do have that connection with this movie. So again, if you don't have Labomba, what are you doing? You need to get it. Absolutely. I'm probably going to say it about all of these movies. I'm on like a rinse and repeat right now. Okay, the next one. This was a no-brainer. Had to have this one because it has 3 classic, iconic, heavy-hitting, say that 5 times fast, movie stars from the past. It is The Philadelphia Story. Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and Jimmy Stewart in one movie. You gotta have this. You absolutely have to have this. I mean, this film is like a masterclass in acting. Watching all 3 of them performing so well with each other. They all worked so amazingly together. It's a wonderful black and white movie. I've watched it, I think, 3 times now, and I just really, really love it. I'm not really sure if this next movie will surprise you or not. I definitely have a couple of surprises in here where you're like, really, Susan? You pulled that? But I don't know. Are you shocked that I pulled Raging Bull? Yes, no, maybe? Now, I've only seen the film 1 time. However, if I'm only going to have 10 Criterions, I gotta have a Scorsese. Now, I know there's a lot of Scorsese options there's a lot of options when it comes to Scorsese. There we go. I got super tongue-tied. I apologize. Criterion loves Scorsese, so I could have chosen numerous different titles. But from the titles that I have seen, because my seen it Criterions are right there, I'm limited. I do have a lot more Criterions that I have not seen yet in my closet, and there are a couple of Scorsese items in there. So going by what I have seen, I'm choosing Raging Bull. I thought this movie was so fantastic. Is it difficult to watch at times? Yes, absolutely. But also combined with the fact that Robert De Niro won one of his Oscars for this movie. You have an Academy Award winning performance in this film. So that really drove me to pick Raging Bull over Mean Streets or After Hours. I could have chosen that. That's completely different. That's more of a comedy. But I'm going with Raging Bull. You also have Joe Pesci in the movie as well. So I get my little bit of Joe Pesci. And so all those factors made me choose Raging Bull. So after thinking about it, I wanted a lot of variety in my 10 movies because I can't be watching the same kinds of movies over and over and over again. I gotta have, variety is the spice of life, right? That's what they say. So I had to have a horror film in here. And I didn't really have that many to choose from, from the stack that I have seen. So I went with The Others. No brainer to me. The Others is a fantastic film. It is just, I love the twist. The twist is obviously like the best part of the movie. Nicole Kidman, I gotta have her in my collection. I mean, she's just so amazing as an actress. The entire film, I mean, obviously I've seen it multiple times, so I know what happens, but if you haven't, the entire movie, you're just wondering, like, what's going on here? And then the twist just hits you, and it's just done in such a fantastic way. And then the 4K, because this is the 4K, looks incredible. They did such a great job with this 4K. So I'm bringing The Others, or I should say I'm keeping The Others. I'm thinking about bringing if I'm like on the deserted island, but I took the deserted island out of it. These are all the ones that better stay if everything else goes. So speaking of Hitchcock, because I did mention Hitchcock earlier with Charade, I have to have a Hitchcock movie. So out of all the choices that I have seen, I went with Rebecca. I went with Rebecca because this won Best Picture. I love this movie. I've talked about it numerous times here on the channel. It is just so twisty, fantastic performances. This is a movie where it shifts in tone and I don't mind it. Usually with a film, when it dramatically shifts in tone halfway through or towards the end, it kills it for me. But with Rebecca, that does not happen. The shift in tone happens in the film and it just makes it so much better. It's just so incredible and amazing. Hitchcock was such an unbelievable director with this movie. So Rebecca absolutely has to be here. Now, this next film, I've only seen it 1 time. However, this film, the reason why I chose it is because this movie made me so emotional out of nowhere. I mean, it's a very sensitive topic. I am very sensitive to people that get made fun of for circumstances that they cannot control. And I am talking about The Elephant Man. This movie, based on true events, there was actually a person out there that was, cursed with looking like this and dealing with isolation and being made fun of. So, like I said, I'm very sensitive to stuff like that, because if someone is born a certain way and they cannot help it and they get teased about it, I get really emotional. I do. And when it came to The Elephant Man, oh my gosh, I must have cried 3 to 4 times. I think The Elephant Man is the most I've ever cried during a movie. Well, maybe this and Guardians Volume 3, because of the whole animal stuff. I get very sensitive to animals too. You guys know this. But when it comes to The Elephant Man, this movie, directed by David Lynch, yes, directed by David Lynch, so amazing, so incredible, black and white movie. Anthony Hopkins, very young Anthony Hopkins, is in this film as well. And the reason why this movie better stay is because of how emotional it made me. Like, I do not have experiences often like I did with this film, and it made such an impact on me. And so that is the reason why. Elephant Man, you have to watch it. You have to pick it up, add it into your collection. It is incredible. My next movie is probably the one that's going to surprise you the most, because I am not huge into the fantasy genre, but I am taking The Princess Bride, because if there is one fantasy movie that I am a fan of, it is The Princess Bride. This is nostalgia, very much for the same reason as I am taking The Breakfast Club, I am taking The Princess Bride. There was a moment in my life where I was housebound, I broke my leg, and so because of that, that's really where my love of movies began, because I was not able to leave my room, and so my mom was always renting movies for me, and during that time period, The Princess Bride was one of those films, and so that is where I discovered this movie. And that is such a memory in my life. It's not a great memory in my life. It was horrible to be, 8, 9 years old, have a broken leg and be, bedbound and not being able to leave. But at least I had The Princess Bride to entertain me, and many other movies I was watching. That's really where my love of John Hughes started as well, was during that time period. So The Princess Bride, I would absolutely want sitting next to me, because for some reason, like, this is a movie that, even though with my experience, I do correlate it with not feeling well, I feel like other people feel the same way. Like if you're kind of sick, you're not feeling well, got a little bit of stuffy nose, and you're eating some chicken noodle soup, you'll put in The Princess Bride, and it's just like, you just feel amazing and you feel better. So if I'm feeling sick, I want a movie that's going to comfort me. Comfort film. The Princess Bride will do that every single time. So have to have The Princess Bride. Shocking? Maybe. But gotta have it. Gotta have it. My final choice for my Criterions that I need to have, if all the other Criterions went away in the entire world, these are the 10. This is the final movie. I am choosing Thelma and Louise. Maybe this pick shocks you as well, because I'm not like a huge Thelma and Louise fan. It's not like Thelma and Louise is in like my top 25 films of all time. It's not like that. But I want to watch a movie that has amazing female performances. And Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis in this film deliver a couple of the most iconic female performances of all time. The film is so well done. This is Ridley Scott. Yes, I always like to double check. I apologize. Ridley Scott, got to have a Ridley Scott, film in here. I tried to pick movies with fantastic, iconic directors, and Ridley Scott is absolutely one of those. So Thelma and Louise just really represents just really represents well done acting and a well crafted movie overall. That's what I'm trying to say. The movie itself, with the direction, the writing, the performances by our two lead female characters, the entire film, like, this is the definition of a perfect movie. There's nothing to complain about with Thelma and Louise. Like, I would give this a 5-star out of 5. It is a perfect film. And plus, there's eye candy with Brad Pitt. So, you know, there's that bonus as well. So you can't really go wrong with Thelma and Louise. So these are my 10. This is my stack. These are my 10 Criterion films that I would want sitting next to me if every other Criterion on the planet just vanished and disappeared. This is my ideal stack. I really like it. I think it represents a lot of my personality and a lot of what I enjoy about film and the reasons why I watch so many different kinds of movies. So I am curious, what is your list for your 10 Criterions that you need to have if you are going off to a deserted island by choice? I don't know. If you were going off to a deserted island, what 10 Criterions would you take with you? Thank you again, James, for inspiring me to film this video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.